I had this whole long-winded reply. I decided to do it over, maybe a little more brief. Someone asked me about manifesting a job, a six-figure job in technology, computer science, something like that. You know who you are. I'll reply to your thing, to your comment with the link to this to make sure you get it. But I figure everybody could maybe find it useful. So, what does Neville Goddard say? I mean, the number one, go back to Neville Goddard. Neville Goddard has told stories about not only him or friends of his manifesting on behalf of other, someone else they knew who might be looking for a job, who got fired from a job or was threatened to be fired and needed out, right? Needed something better. But Neville says, bottom line, imagine the end scene. Now, the end scene could easily be you sitting in your office, uh, maybe being in a presentation or a business lunch, something, something very specifically, a scene that would basically your subconscious would know beyond the shadow of a doubt that you already had it. You need to put yourself into the already had, right? You also need to have self-confidence when you interview for jobs. Go in there, visualize ahead of time that they love you. You could do multiple manifestations. You could not only visualize during the job search process that you're so good, everybody loves you, you're in demand, stuff like that. But at the same time, visualize the end results. Now, for me, it was really strange. I've said this in other videos. I was not even manifesting. I knew I wanted a job in technology and my whatever thing because I'm not new at it. I've been working for decades in the same or similar circumstances. So I just wanted a paycheck, something in that area. Um, I know that I already set intentions that I didn't want the instability of the past. Worrying about I'd been fed up with layoffs, corporate layoffs, various, sometimes it's a public company and they need to cut payroll in order to raise their stock price, or their CEO needs another golden parachute, so he's going to do what he can, which a lot of times includes cutting people's jobs. Also, it could be that, a parent company is demanding some sort of change or streamlining, and basically your division gets cut. There's a lot of different ways you can get laid off in the corporate world. So I pretty much I was done with that. Like mentally done with it. I had lived through so many different ways of being laid off. So I know that I was actually visualizing in a very light way about public concerns, and that's exactly where I ended up. I ended up in a public concern. No private company, no stock market, no investors, none of that. Not funded by customers, funded by taxpayers. Taxes are there to stay. You're always funded with tax money. So that worked out for me. But my visualization wasn't the job itself. It was just the end result of commuting into the job. I was visualizing once again being on mass transit on my bus route, going into the big city to work. And that also, I believe, was part of it, of landing, of when it happened, when everything came together and this guy called me and said this other guy was talking to him and they have another big project that this public concern needs to do. It fell apart multiple times. They're looking to assemble a team that can get it done. And I was put in there as a consultant with a team of other various people, and we got it done. We really got it done. Whereas other groups failed, we actually delivered, and the software that we delivered is now running a large part of a large division of a city. Um, and I still work for them. I was later hired as an employee. So there's lots of things to test. I'm a software tester. I'm not a developer. I'm not a programmer. So the bottom line is do what Neville says. Imagine the end result. Go to the end. Don't worry about the in between. Don't worry about qualifications and things like that. Think of the end result. Now the person who asked me the question is apparently, uh, I assume they have a computer science degree. So qualifications in that technical area shouldn't matter to them. If you've got certain basic qualifications, you should have enough self-confidence to imagine your end scene, to imagine your end result, whether it be the office, the business lunch, the whatever, the commute, uh, the building, whatever would tell your subconscious, uh, your essential being, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that you have what you want. That is where you need to go in your mind's eye. And this is what Neville Goddard says over and over and over again. And I have plenty of Neville Goddard lectures in my playlist that you can go and listen to one at a time, over and over, until the point is driven home. That's really what it takes. It worked for me. Of course, there's always new challenges on the horizon, even after you get what you want. Um, I could speak volumes on that. So I'm still working towards things now in other and similar areas, which I don't need to go into here, but um, I truly believe this stuff works because I believe I've applied it. And in going back, hindsight's 2020, and looking back on the various patterns in my life, I still have challenges and areas I want to work on, but the career thing, it's amazing. It's amazing the difference between years ago. If only I knew what I know now, uh, 3 decades ago. But it is what it is. I have to deal with the present. There is no time but the present. The saying is usually there's no time like the present, but in reality, there's no time but the present. Um, so I hope that this can help you find success in what you're looking for. Just do what Neville did. Go to the end in your mind and visualize that. Have self-confidence. Cast a spell over these people, basically, is what you're doing. That you're wonderful. You're just what they want. You're just what they need. As far as the interview process and all of that is concerned. And as far as the job itself or whatever, have some kind of familiarity in what the end result is. Know what that end result is in order to impress it, right? You need to know what it is. If you don't know what it is, learn what it is. But I already knew what I wanted, kind of, right? Like from years of being in the area. You need to really know that. So I hope this helps. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.